Autism Fitness founder Eric Chessen leading the movement for movement, bringing you another edition of Autism Fitness Tuesday training. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, and of course share. We have hit and gone over 1,000 subscribers on the Autism Fitness YouTube channel. Literally could not have done that without you. And if you are interested, motivated, dedicated, and excited about becoming an Autism Fitness Level 1 Certified Pro, there has never been a better time than right now. You can click the link in the description below and get started in your coursework. You can become an Autism Fitness Certified Pro anywhere in the world, whether you're a professional or family member. If you want to bring outstanding fitness and adapted PE programs to the autism and neurodivergent individuals that you serve, it is time to become an Autism Fitness Certified Pro. So let's get into it. And this is coming off the weekend of the Autism Parenting Magazine Summit, where I gave a presentation on implementing fitness programs into any situation, particularly the home. And I want to give you my top 3 strategies for integrating fitness programs in the home right now. Even though we're talking about the home, these can be implemented anywhere, whether we're talking about a clinic, a gym, a residential facility, anywhere that is safe and appropriate to implement a fitness or adapted PE program for the autism or neurodivergent population. But particularly for you parents and family members out there, if you already recognize that fitness is an absolutely essential part of life, and you're asking yourself, well, how do I implement a program that really works in the home? Here are 3 strategies for you. Strategy number 1 is when you start, implement early and often. So what we mean early and often is early meaning now, regardless of whether we're working with a child, an adolescent, a teen, an adult. Now is the time to start, and we want to implement the program often. So in the home, as long as we build out the time, this is all about prioritization. If you're building out the time on every day or every other day, we can get that consistency going, all right? So if you have consistency, then we're gonna have all of these good things follow. We're gonna have better physical performance, more motivation. We're going to have a greater cognitive awareness of the activities, the exercises, how to do them, and you're going to have great outcomes. So early and often with programming. And with that also, is going to be small increments in the beginning as well. So maybe just 2 or 3 minutes of exercise to start with, and then coming back to it and gradually building. So rule number 1 is early and often. Rule number 2 is going to be exercise selection. Exercise doesn't need to be randomized. We want to have strategies that work for each individual, and that again comes back to consistency. So some of the great exercises that we use in autism fitness programming and that I use in my own successful programs with my autism and neurodivergent athletes can be brought into the home. Some of my favorites, and I'll give you 3 here since we're going in 3s, are medicine ball push throws, overhead band presses, and standing band pull downs. Each of these exercises has a different outcome or works on a different part of the body as far as strength or power or motor planning. These are 3 great exercises to start with because they are super scalable and can be done in any environment. You don't need a lot of space to do a medicine ball push throw. You don't need a lot of space to do an overhead band press or a band pull down. These can be done virtually anywhere with a small amount of equipment. And speaking of equipment, I've partnered with Perform Better and Hyperwear to bring the Autism Fitness equipment packages. Those you can find in the link in the description below. Awesome packages at a special discount for those who follow the Autism Fitness all across social media. So we have our first 2. We have our early and often, we have our exercise selection, and number 3 is language and communication. How do we communicate with our athlete, even if that athlete is a family member, especially if that athlete is a family member as well? So when we communicate, what we want to do is take out have to language. Have to language encompasses anything that sounds like you have to do this, or come on, do this better, or anything that disengages the athlete or is not quite motivating. We want to replace that language with the magic words, let's try this. Let's try this push throw, or let's try this band pull down. And then offering choice. That's another big component of successful communication, especially when we have an individual who is averse to physical activity. So instead of saying you have to do this push throw, we can ask, would you rather do this push throw first, or do you want to do the band press first? Giving the athlete that choice and that control over what they want to do first and second may not seem like a big thing, but it can be huge in engaging that individual and giving them a sense of autonomy in that fitness session, especially for those of you, and I've gotten plenty of these emails and plenty of these questions, what happens if fitness isn't motivating, and if they don't like it, and if they absolutely don't want to do it? This can be a big factor, the way that we're communicating about something that the athlete doesn't necessarily like in the beginning, but that's how over time, with that consistency, with that early and often, with the right exercise selection, and of course, with the right language, we can take an athlete who has a significant aversion to physical fitness and exercise and make that the most reinforcing part of their day. So right there are 3 strategies for implementing successful fitness programs in the home. I hope this has been helpful for you, not just enjoyable, but really helpful for you. If you think it could be helpful for someone else, please share this video. Of course, hit that bell and subscribe here to continue to grow the Autism Fitness and bring the movement for movement to the entire world. I'm Eric Chessen, founder of Autism Fitness, leading that movement for movement. Thanks for watching.